Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking all about building a website. First off, websites are important no matter what you're wanting to do, whether you're wanting to start a traditional business, selling products, selling a service. For my KDP lovers, this is a great way to put all of your best books in one place. And then if you do marketing, this is the website you can lead your customers to so that you have full flexibility with how you want to present your books. And then they can just hop over and purchase them on Amazon. Or even if you're wanting to build an online profile, basically a website is so important and it creates a very professional front for your business and makes it a lot easier to sell whatever you are trying to sell. However, I think we can all agree that building a website is no easy feat. There are a lot of aspects that go into the whole process. We've got domain hosting and SSL certification, a wide variety of plugins, all sorts of different things that can make everything feel so totally complicated and just really intimidate you with creating a website. For me, I got into freelancing and making money online by beginning my own proofreading business, which I absolutely love and so grateful for. But the thing I had on my to-do list for months and months and months was my website, because it's not easy to build your own website. It feels like you have to become your own website designer, but it's still not super easy. And that is where Elementor Cloud comes into play. When I was building my website, one of the hardest things after getting through all of the legal stuff, SSL certifications, just setting up the WordPress end, the back ends of my website, the hard part was designing it, which I love designing and it doesn't seem so hard, but a lot of it comes down to coding and placing everything just so and making sure it all looks good on your phone, on your laptop. Overall, it's not easy stuff. And then I discovered my most favorite website designer ever called Elementor. It just made the process so easy. And now Elementor has their own all-in-one hosting solution, which basically streamlines the whole WordPress design process. So instead of spending forever and ever working on setting things up, Elementor Cloud does all of that for you. And it comes integrated with Elementor's design tool, which is such a game changer with designing your website because it's got so many templates, so many widgets, and they look so gorgeous and professional and are incredibly easy to use, even if you're not super tech savvy. So if you've been wanting to create your own website for whatever it is, for me, I am really looking forward to getting into dropshipping. I just love passive income and just everything about it. And I'm trying to learn everything I can about so many different income streams. So far, I've found a couple that I love, but I'm still experimenting because I really want to learn and just diversify. So I'm going to get into dropshipping and I'm going to use Elementor Cloud to create my website. Also, if you want to get started with the Elementor Cloud, make sure to go down and click the link in the description to go ahead and get started creating your very own website, and then just follow along with this video to learn how to set it up and design it so quickly. And there is a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you aren't fully satisfied with it, that is okay. Go try it out without any risks. And P.S. this video is sponsored by Elementor Cloud, but I genuinely like and trust this product and have loved Elementor from the very beginning. So all the thoughts and opinions in this video are entirely my own. All right, now let's get into the video. Alrighty, welcome to my laptop. Here we are on Elementor Cloud, and as you can see, it is the complete solution for creating websites, and it has hosting built in, which makes it so streamlined, so seamless. It's got the Google Cloud Platform, CDN by Cloudflare, and a custom domain connection. And then it also has CMS tools built in, which includes WordPress being pre-installed. It has the Elementor Pro features with all the widgets, templates, everything. And then it also has the Hello theme. And then finally, good old design tools. We've got access to live editing. We can make our website responsive. And we've got so many assets, widgets, templates galore. Even if you're not the most creative person, you'll have no problem because Elementor is essentially full of inspiration and you've got plenty of widgets you can customize. And you don't have to sweat the technical stuff because honestly, that is one of the most intimidating aspects of creating a WordPress website. Elementor takes care of all of it for you so you can focus on the most important and the most fun part, which is designing it. And it's compatible with all of the most popular WordPress plugins. We're talking WooCommerce, Yoast, all sorts of different things. So you are not compromising on any functionality by using Elementor Cloud. And you'll see here, we've got no hidden fees. It comes with a ton ton of features. And honestly, because it's got Elementor's website builder integrated into the website, this becomes a super affordable option, probably cheaper than hosting, even before including Elementor, which is honestly insane. And 30-day money-back guarantee means you can get started without any risks, so you can make sure it's for you before fully committing. And one thing I do want to note is that you get a free subdomain, Elementor.cloud. So this option, it doesn't come with your own domain name. You'll have to get that elsewhere. But thankfully, Elementor.cloud, I think that's still a professional looking subdomain, probably more professional than, you know, something like freewebsite.com at the end. And you still have free custom domain connection. So once you're ready to fully commit, you connect it for free. All right, once you are ready, click the button to get started. Once you have made your purchase, you can go ahead to start creating your website. All right, now we're gonna go through a few of the preliminary steps to setting up. So first off, our website's name. I am gonna go with Everytown Goods. I think that sounds like an awesome name for a dropshipping site. Might change it later though. And here is what my website domain is. This is the default address that visitors will use to reach my site. And I can go ahead and purchase a custom domain later if I want to get rid of the Elementor.cloud portion at the end. All right, now we're going to choose what kind of a website we're creating. I'm doing a dropshipping online store. So that is what I'm going to go ahead and pick. All right, now to choose the website kit. This is the fun part. We're gonna go ahead and start designing. So as you can see, there are a ton of different templates that I can choose from, and they are so gorgeous. Though I can also start from scratch if I'd prefer. So I really like this one, Moonly, the Eco Shop. I think it's super pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and click the button to see what's inside. All right, here I can see a fun little preview of what this website looks like. I love the aesthetic. All right, here is what I would be customizing. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm definitely set on this. And thankfully, if I wanted to see it on another screen as well, I could do that. So here we're currently on desktop, but I could hop over and see it on tablet or on mobile. So for example, here's what it looks like on mobile. Still looks excellent. And it gives me a feel for all the different platforms, all the different ways that my customers will view the site. I could also preview this if I want, but I'm pretty set on the design. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this kit. All right, my site is now ready and I get to go start customizing it. So I can use this button right here to edit with Elementor to start designing right away, but I also have the option to open the WordPress dashboard. All right, here's what the WordPress dashboard looks like. Those of you who've created your own website, who've used WordPress before, you know how it looks. But let's be honest here, it's a little complicated and not always super beginner friendly. So we're gonna start with the fun part and we're gonna get right into designing our Elementor website. Unfortunately, Elementor Cloud makes it so easy that you won't have to spend nearly as much time here as you will designing your gorgeous site. So now we're going to click the button to edit with Elementor. Alrighty, here is my gorgeous template that I have to customize. I'm absolutely in love with this website kit, you guys, let me tell you. So now I'm just going to start from the top and work my way down. The first thing here, you can see we've got the logo and it's not text, so I'll need to add in my own media. And thankfully I've got the dimensions right here, 930 by 274 pixels. So I can just hop over to Canva. And now inside Canva, I can create my own custom size at 930 by 274 pixels. And then I can create something just like Moonly, but for my own site. So I'm going to pop over here to text, and I'm just going to get started with this one right here. This is the one I just always default to because I love the look of the cold, smooth, and tasty portion. So I'm just going to change this to Everytown Goods. As you can see, it is a little small, so I'm going to make it much bigger. There we go, just like that. And now I'm gonna make the color the same as the one over on Moonly. So I'm gonna grab my color pick Chrome extension. I absolutely love this. Just copy the hex code, bring it over here, and then go ahead and paste it. All right, looking super good so far. I love how sleek it looks. I think I'm just gonna change up the font a little bit. For example, here's brown sugar, but I think it might be a little too hard to read, a little too feminine. All right, so I chose this one, photo display, absolutely gorgeous. I love how it's got kind of this whimsical air to it while still being kind of neutral. And it's very similar to the Moonly one, but in its own way. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and download it into a PNG. And then what I'm going to do is hop over to my favorite image compressor ever, Tiny PNG. I find that it delivers the highest quality photos in the most compressed way. So I'm just gonna go ahead ahead and pop it in here. And here it went from 32 kilobytes to almost 10 kilobytes. So less than a third of its original size, which is awesome, and it should definitely help with my load times. So for example, here is the original image, and then here is the compressed one. To me, they look exactly the same, which is exactly what we want, but it's a smaller file size, which means my website will load faster. All right, I'm just going to drop the file right into Elementor. And here it is. It looks gorgeous. I'm absolutely in love with the look of it here on my website. And as you can see, we've also got this cute little smiley face here, which I might remove later. What I'm going to do is go ahead and move it so it's not quite so in the way. All right, there it is off to the side, just like that. I think that's super cute. I love how it looks. Again, might change it later, but I think that's a great spot for it for now. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and change this. Obviously, I'm not creating a zero waste eco store, as much fun as that sounds. What I'm going to do is change it to a luxury product store. Perfect. That's definitely more in line with my branding and what I want to sell here on my website. And now over here in style, I think I'm going to change the text so it's the same color as my logo, that kind of olive green. So far looking real good. Maybe even make it a little bigger, just like that. All right, I'm also going to change this section to something more in line with what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and change it to beautiful products for you and your family. Perfect. I love how that sounds. And now I'm going to pop over to responsive mode. So as you can see, we've been editing here on my desktop, but here I can edit on tablet and on mobile. See, for example, the smiley face is way off from where I want it to be. So I can go ahead and move it down there. And so now my website is much more responsive, and it's just the way I want it to look on all different devices. All right, as you can see here, I also went ahead and moved the section that says luxury product store over to the right just by playing with the margins. Now it looks a little bit more like how it looks on desktop, which I think is super pretty. All right, now I've got this image over here, which is a bunch of soap, which I might end up selling, but I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to go ahead and change that to a different image. All right, so I went ahead and changed it to this image right here, which I grabbed from Unsplash, which gives you a ton of gorgeous stock images that you can use for free without needing to add attribution. Now I'm going to keep going through and editing. So down here, we've got discover perfect items for your self-care routine. I'm going to change that to discover perfect items to enhance your day-to-day life. Perfect. I love that. And here I've got this whole section about sustainability, which is lovely, but that's not quite what I'm aiming for with my website. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete that whole section right here. Perfect. It's now gone. And another thing I'm going to go ahead and change. So we've got this whole review section, which I love. I think it's super pretty and it's a great way to show that the business gets good reviews. However, it's very new, so I haven't gotten any reviews yet. So what I'm going to do, because I want to add this back later, I'm going to just come over to advanced visibility and just hide it on all the devices. So it's completely gone. It's hidden, but it's still there if I want to go back and add that later. I can just slide those bars back and it'll appear back and I can edit it the way that I want to. Here's another section I think I'm just going to do away with for now. And here's what I've got so far. I think I'm going to come down here now and edit the footer. Very pretty footer. It just needs some edits. And as you can see on the sides, the text is being cut off a little, so I'm going to see how I can change that so the footer extends to the edges of the page. As you can see here, all I had to do was change the padding to 0 on all sides. I just went through and looked at everything. It turns out it was the padding that I needed to fix. It was super easy to do. Now I'm just going to change this here to subscribe to Everytown Goods. And it's getting cut off even more. So I'm going to go over to style, head down to typography, and change the size on that. Perfect. That looks just the way I want it to. All right, now something else I'm going to do over here is play around with the site identity. So as you can see, I put my site logo over here, Everytown Goods. Now I'm just going to add my favicon, and the favicon is this little logo right here. For example, we've got Elementor. Over here, we've got Canva. So just that tiny little icon that tells your customers what their tab is. And a plus side is it looks super pretty and professional, and it's very easy to add to your site. So here I've got my favicon image blown up to a super large size. I'm going to do PNG and just grab that one image. Also, I'm recording this after the fact, so make sure to do it in transparent mode. You'll need Canva Pro for that. There's probably some free tool that you can use to make the image transparent if you don't have Canva Pro. All right, so here is my site logo up here on the header. And over here on the right is where my menu is going to be. I don't currently have a menu. I don't have any other pages on my site. I'm going to work on those later. So here is what I have got. Discover our top products, shop all, we just need to add some products there. And then here is the footer. It looks so gorgeous. I love the aesthetic of my site. And I've got the option to create my own email list, and I also have social media icons, and I've got a copyright section at the bottom. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do now that I've finished designing my site is go dig into WordPress so I can start setting up my whole dropshipping thing. All right, here we are inside WordPress, and up here you can see my super cute little favicon. Love how it looks. And now over in plugins, I'm going to add a new one. I want the WooCommerce plugin so that I can start selling things. All right, here it is. I'm just going to go ahead and click the button to install it now. All right, it's finished installing, and now I'm going to click the button to activate it. Now that it's activated, I need to go through and set up WooCommerce with the handy little setup wizard. So I'm going to go ahead and complete that really quick. All right, I've just done that, and now to start actually creating my dropshipping store, I'm going to need a separate plugin. And after doing a little research, I've decided to go ahead and use DropMe, which is free for the first 50 products that you import. So here over on import products, as you can see, I've got a bunch of products that I can choose from in a bunch of different categories, and I can choose exactly what category to go with. I'm doing luxury goods, so I think I'm going to stick with beauty and health for now. And here is what gets pulled up under this category. I am going to choose this natural stone massager roller set, which has a nice profit and excellent ratings. So I'm just going to go ahead now and click the button to import it. All right, it's been successfully imported, and over here in products, you'll see it's now right inside WooCommerce. All the information right here, completely set up. As you can see, I'm still learning a little bit, so we're learning at the same time. All right, so here is the product page already filled in with everything. I'm gonna go ahead and click this permalink now, and you will see exactly what the product page currently looks like. I think it looks great at the moment, and I love how everything is fully populated, and I just need to make some minor tweaks before I can start selling the product. Here is everything in the description, a bunch more images. And now over here in the product gallery, I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this image right here just because it's talking about percentages off, which isn't really something I'm doing. And also aluminum here isn't really spelled right, so I'm going to go ahead and change that as well. And here I've seen that the product image is the same as this image right here. So I'm going to get rid of that one. And now here is what I've got so far. I've just made a few minor edits. I'll go back and make some more soon. But so far, I'm really liking how this is looking, and it looks super professional. It gives a lot of important info. I'm going to go ahead now and change the template for the product. I went to templates and add new. And now here I'm going to go down and click a single product, enter template name. I'm going to leave that be, and now I'll create the template. All right, here in the library, we've got a couple of different template options we can use for our single product. I love them, but I think I'm just going to go with this first one right here. Nice and simple, and it goes well with my branding. So now just click the button to insert it. All right, here's what we got so far. I am loving this so much more than the other one. Definitely gonna have to fix that description full of images. I'll probably put all of those images in the product gallery itself rather than all down there. And now I'm going to go ahead and change the style of this text here at the product title. All right, as you can see, I was messing with this a little bit, but it's definitely way too big, not quite what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna head over into typography, change the size a lot to 42. And now the letter spacing, I'm going to make it a little bit closer together. All right, so I've changed the size and I've changed the letter spacing. And so far this looks so much better. I love how this looks, definitely more in line with my branding. Now I'm going to change this text down here as well so it matches the one at the top. Copy, paste the style, and now just align it to the left and make it a little bit smaller. All right. Perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and publish the template, add the condition, include products, and then save and close. All right, it's now live. So if I can go back and pop over to my product page, here is what it looks like. All right, as you can see, because I have installed the WooCommerce plugin, I now have access to all of these new Elementor widgets. And the most important one that I'm going to use right here is products. So I've stuck this in, I've gone ahead and I've made it smaller. And so far this looks really good, and there is plenty of space for more products. All right, now here is my current website. Here's my one lone product that needs a few more to join it. I absolutely love how my site looks. I'm nearly finished with it. I'm just going to go ahead and do that later because it starts getting into the nitty-gritty. So the next steps that I'll be doing, I'll be adding more pages over here to my menu, and I'll also be working on my WooCommerce payments. I'll get that all set up. I'll get some more products listed, and then I'll start marketing, and then I'll have a lovely dropshipping business that I hope to create more videos about in the future if you guys are interested in that. So please let me know down in the comments. And I'll also make sure to leave links if you guys want to set up your own dropshipping business. I'll leave links to WooCommerce and to Dropship.me and all that stuff. So you can take the same steps I took and hopefully have a lovely dropshipping store just like mine, or even better. So again, here is my gorgeous site created entirely with Elementor Cloud. Super easy to do. Ultimately, it just took me a few hours, and it'll take me just a few more hours to finish getting everything else set up. I hope you found it easy to follow along, and if you need any help with designing and creating your website, thankfully Elementor support is just a click away. Alright everyone, that about sums it up. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I really hope it helped you learn how to create your very own website, because it may seem super intimidating, but with Elementor Cloud it becomes so straightforward, and you can just focus on the fun part, which is designing, and with all of Elementor's widgets and with their templates, it's so easy to do. And then you can create a beautiful professional website that you and your customers are sure to love. Again, make sure to go down and click the link in the description if you want to go get started with Elementor Cloud. 30-day money back guarantee, so you can go ahead and get started, no risks whatsoever. And I hope you love it, because I love it as well. And I'm very excited to get into dropshipping. Hopefully I'll create some videos on that in the future if that's something that you're interested in. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. I would super duper appreciate it, and I would love to have you. Alright guys, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Bye!